Hi YouTube, today I'm going to be doing my video on Venus and Pisces. So in a woman's chart, the Venus is how she acts when she has a love interest, and the Venus in a man's chart is kind of the qualities that he looks for in his love partner. So if a woman has a Venus in Pisces, then she acts like a Pisces to get a man, and if a man has his Venus in Pisces, then he probably likes a woman that has more Pisces quality. Now, the Mars is how the man acts when he likes someone, and the Mars in a woman's chart is how the kind of person that she looks for in love relationships. So, if the man has a Mars in Pisces, then he acts like a Pisces to get his love interest, and if the woman has a Mars in Pisces, then she wants a man that displays more Pisces qualities. So, to begin this video, I want to start off saying that the Venus sign, when your Venus is in Pisces, this is a great sign for the Venus to be in. Because Pisces is all about love, acceptance, forgiveness, loving with no boundaries, forgiving, all of that stuff. So that's what love is. Love is time with the emotional, like caring about someone and caring about everyone, having no boundaries when it comes to love. And Pisces, when the Venus is here, it's a really great place. It's exalted here, and it's where the Venus wants to be. So, since Pisces is very selfless when it comes to love, and love is supposed to be selfless, and love is supposed to be caring about someone and not caring if it hurts you. Love is supposed to be giving without taking, and Pisces does a very good job at this. So in a relationship, Pisces can be very consumed in the other person, very fixated on the other person's feelings. They're very intuitive to what the other person's feeling, what makes them happy, what makes them sad. Now, they're not so much sentimental when it comes to material things, but more sentimental when it comes to remembering all the things that you love, all the things that make you happy, all the things that make you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. All of that stuff Pisces likes to do. But Pisces won't, yeah, they'll bake you the cookies like a Cancer would, and yeah, they'll buy you the gifts like a Taurus would or a Libra would. But it's more about the emotional connection here and the emotional love that is shared between the partners that the Venus and Pisces really likes. The Venus and Pisces will constantly give, and sometimes they have a hard time saying no, and they can lie a little bit, like a white lies, just to keep you from getting hurt. That's just a little bit of the negative side, but I feel like that is the only negative side when it comes to the other person. Like, Pisces will only lie to you. They won't ever like really hurt you or betray you or that. They'll lie to you just to keep you from getting hurt. That's the only reason that they'll lie to you. And they're terrible liars when it comes to hiding something. Like, if they did something, they'll be very honest about it, or if they hurt you, they're very they'll apologize and they'll try to make it better. And if you hurt them, they'll forgive you no matter what it is. A lot of Pisces can get stuck in toxic relationships, and they're actually the ones being used. And it's because if they don't learn how love and romance is supposed to be from a young age, they can get sucked into toxic relationships when they're older. They don't really know how it's supposed to be, so they just assume that it's okay for the person to keep hurting them, and they just keep forgiving. So if you have a Venus in Pisces, all I'm saying, man, is I know it's hard, but to sometimes know your own personal boundaries and understand when you've been hurt, and understand that it's time to move on, because you are a great person and you have a big, true, genuine heart and a capacity to love that can fill rooms and rooms of people. You can just give love to everybody and genuinely care about everybody. But don't let the hurt that you get from other people cause you to be cold, because sometimes this can happen, but it won't last long. There can be periods of times that Pisces go through, Venus and Pisces people, because when they're hurt, they can kind of be like, wow, I gave them everything, blah, 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 like, and they can feel really hurt, so they become like, I'm never going to trust anybody, I'm never going to let anyone in. but that only lasts for like a few days or something because they're generally good at heart. So Pisces, like, it's okay to be hurt, and it's okay to move on, and it's okay to accept that it's um that you've been used or taken advantage of, but understand that not everybody's like that, and love isn't supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to be in toxic relationships. I just wanted to make this more of an advice video because Venus and Pisces people, they're also big dreamers. Yeah, I wanted to make this an advice video on how you can deal with being um, that would deal with that hurt and that sacrifice that you take for the people. You're a very huge giver, and you'll take the hurt for someone to be happy. So I want you to understand that how to deal with those emotions that you get from feeling hurt and feeling used. That's why I started the video off with that. Now I'm just going to talk about the qualities that these people will display. Now, a Venus and Pisces person is very romantic, very charming, very sweet, and very sensitive. These people, what other people say and what other people do to them can hurt them a lot. So if you like a Venus and Pisces, maybe don't hurt them. Don't make them like feel like they're inadequate, because sometimes when they see someone that's hurting them, they feel a need to fix them because they believe everybody is good at heart. They believe that they see the good in everybody. So they may want to fix you if you're toxic, but don't, if you like a Venus and Pisces, don't get into that cycle where you think that it's okay to treat them badly and that's how they react. They like that. They don't think that they like to be treated bad. Think of it as a they want to fix you kind of love if you are treating them bad. Okay, because a Pisces will think, oh my God, they're emotionally traumatized or whatever, and then they'll just want to get close to you and make you be a better person. So if you like a Venus in Pisces, don't start off like that, because that will get them into the cycle of feeling like that. Don't do that. If you like a Venus in Pisces, definitely be someone that's very kind and sweet, but not so much in your face about how much you like them, because a Venus in Pisces kind of is used to chasing the person that they like. You know, they're used to pining after the person that they like quietly, you know. So when that's really shown in their face that someone likes them, it can kind of scare them a little bit, especially since they're a mutable sign and their need for change and variety can kind of be a little bit prominent in these people. So who they like might change a lot, but there's always that one person that a Venus and Pisces likes that they just can't get over and that they have a weakness for. So along with that, these people, they are accepting of who you are. They don't care about status. You know, these people care more about the emotional things, so they don't care if you have a really nice car, and they don't care if you have a really shitty car. It's kind of who you are at the core and who you are at the who you are. Like, it's just about the emotions, the experiences that you've been through, the kindness. If you are rude to other people, yeah, a Pisces they'll take the hurt if you hurt them. They'll stay with you. But when you start treating other people bad, they're there while they're noticing that you're treating other people bad, and they realize how much of an asshole that you actually are, they run. They don't like mean people that treat other people bad. Yeah, they will take the wounds that other people give them, but if other people are constantly giving wounds to everybody else, this can really be like, wow, they're actually really mean. Now, if you don't know if a Venus in Pisces likes you, it might be a little bit hard because they are very shy sometimes, because yeah, they're afraid of rejection and they're afraid of like not being accepted for the person that they actually really are, which is a very kind, sweet, and sensitive soul on the inside, you know. And they have these huge ideas for romance, and these are people that would actually like to stay at home with you and watch a movie and cuddle, you know, and spend your time. These people can be committed in a relationship for a long time, but when love gives them stress, these people can spiral like down, and they can feel really bad and negative, you know. And when that's not being expressed, because the Venus sign is kind of how you express your emotions, the moon are your emotions and how you like what you feel, but the Venus is how they're expressed. And when Pisces is found there, it's expressed in a true, loving, genuine way. And when that can't be expressed in that positive, loving way, there can be this very negative, downer vibe that they can give off. So definitely like treat a Venus and Pisces person right so that they can express love how it should be expressed. These people have this placement here to demonstrate how love should be expressed. So advice for you Venus and Pisces, don't be in relationships that kind of hurt you, that stunt you from showing and displaying how love should be. That's what you're meant here to do. You're meant to help communicate and show your love the way it should be. Now, again, you guys can be very good, like with anything that has to do with the occult, anything that has to do with astrology, anything that has to do with mystery, anything that has to do with past lives. So these are also your strong suits. So if you're looking into a career or into a hobby, something that you'll really invest in is like the other realm, the other dimensions, something that's not physical and not tangible. That's something you have to believe in, something that you have to express yourself through loving and trusting and opening your mind to all of those things. So yeah, that was it for my Venus in, no, let me just say something else. So if the man has his Venus in Pisces, he is going to want a girl that is very sweet, very sensitive, very gentle, very caring, very forgiving, very warm, very sweet, um, maybe a little bit shy, maybe a little bit feminine, someone that's very calming, very gentle, and very sweet. Now, if a woman has this placement, this is how she's going to act. She's going to act like a Pisces. She's going to act super loving, super caring. These people have a little bit of a odd humor to them, a very childlike humor to them. They find things that are funny that other people wouldn't find funny because it's classified as childish. But yeah, these people just want to express themselves in that no boundaries type of love way. You accept me for who I am as a loving being, and I'll accept, like, no matter who you are, they will accept you. But they need to feel accepted. They need to feel like they are appreciated. They need to feel as if they can help you. These people love to help. So if you need help in anything, definitely ask a Venus and Pisces. They will help you with anything. Along with that, they are very caring and very optimistic. These people will always give you the good side of things. They will always give you the criticism that is constructive, but it's given to you in a gentle, sensitive, caring way. Along with that, they're very dreamy and romantic. They charm you by kind of their sweet, sensitive, kind of mystical side that they have to them. They want to charm you with how loving they are. This is how they're going to come across as first. That may change depending on the partner that they are with, but it's going to be first expressed as this amazing, loving energy. And they are very, like, they're hopeless romantics. They want to be with someone. They believe in soulmates, and they want that candlelight dinner, and they want that kind of sweet, sensitive talk. They want that gentleness. They fall in love by the ear. So kind of what you tell them and what you mean is kind of how they fall in love with you. Yeah, you kind of get the gist of this. This is just a very loving placement and a very giving placement, and it's very good, but don't let it go down. Don't get involved with the Venus and Pisces if you know you're just going to hurt them. And Venus and Pisces, no matter how hard it is, it's okay to let go. Even though you have a hard time letting go of people that you have emotional connections to, it's all right if it's going to take some healing, because something's better is in store for you. Something powerful, something that you want and that you can love. So I'll see you guys later.